So with companionship, there is a difference in relationships and companionships.
Mm.
And a lot of companions is something just that having somebody around, having somebody just there for, but it's not a true relationship. You're not all in. You just want the comfort of somebody around. You just want the acknowledgement of somebody. But a relationship, somebody needs to fully engage in you and you fully engaging in them. Yvonne, you said something earlier about when you were younger. You have to go through pain and healing, though. You have to go through pain because, in my opinion, I believe that we don't do the right way. We start off dating one person at a time. You said 4 years you were in a relationship age. You don't know what you want at 14, 15 years old in life. You don't. So when we start that young, I did the same thing. I don't know. I didn't know what I was looking for. I don't know what a real relationship is or a companionship is. I don't know what I'm truly set out for. And when we do that, in my opinion, we are setting ourselves up for a disaster. Now,
Right.
I have a theory. It's my theory only. If people want to use it, please do it. But at a young age, I feel like you should date multiple people at the same time, 3 to 4 people, exact same time. You don't have to have
That,
sex with all 3 or 4 people, but you're trying to figure out what you're looking for. And once you figure out what you're looking for in 3 to 4 different people, then you look for the right thing. You'll find 2 things in this person, you find 4 things in this other person, your number keeps going up. Then eventually you say, you know what? I got a lot of traits in this one last person. This is the one I want to be with. But you're going to get hurt. You're going to stumble if you just date one person at a time. And again, this is my opinion only, my theory. When you're
no,
dating
you're
multiple
absolutely
people,
right.
especially, yeah,
Because you
when you're
didn't put
dating
your eggs
multiple
all in
people
one basket.
all in one basket,
Mm.
all in one basket, it's the wrong thing. No, we're taught to be monogamous at a young age,
Mm.
but you don't know what you're looking for. So now when people get married, I, I have friends that got married very young, like myself as well, thought that you knew what you wanted and really wasn't what you wanted. And you figured out the hard way through divorce and everything else. So if we start off at a young age to date multiple people at the same time, we can figure out what we're really looking for. So when we get ready for marriage, we know what we're looking for. Companionship, I feel like older generations, 60, 70 years old, they rely on companionships because it's not about sex anymore. It's not about finances anymore. It's about being with somebody that you can connect with and share some common interest. 67 years old, we're gonna watch the same TV shows. We go to the same bingo hall. We do all those things.
So,
But
Franklin, you brought
relationship,
up some. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. Go, say it.
No, you had brought up something about dating multiple people, and I like now that I'm older, I so agree with that. I had actually wrote an article when I had my blog up. I had wrote an article about that. And now that I'm older, I feel like that is just so true. But I want to ask you, do you believe in an honest policy with letting those people that you're dating know that you are openly dating?
I'm glad you asked that. Josh and I are salespeople by nature, by nature. And what I mean by that is, yes, if you tell another person that you're dating another person, they try harder. We don't realize that. It's competition. I'm
Facts.
trying to outdo the other person. You tell me about somebody else, I'm going to try my hardest to outdo that other person and sell myself more than that other person does. People don't realize that. People think somebody's going to get scared and run away. They don't run away. They run towards you more because number one, you were honest about it. You were upfront. I didn't lie to you. I'm going to go out with Chantel tomorrow, and the next day I'm going out with Kelly. It is what it is. Oh, you want my time too? Okay, I'll pencil you in on Thursday. But you're upfront. Now that person wants more of your time because, oh, what can I get Friday too? Let me see my schedule. Yeah, you know what? You're good for Friday as well. I'm free.
Mhm.
Whether you are or not. It's all about sales. You're selling yourself. People buy from people they like.
Let, let me
It's
let
my
me let me
opinion.
tell you.
You gotta think of it
Let,
like a job interview. It's multiple people that apply for the same position. The employer is usually going to give it to the best suited, and a lot of the times it doesn't have to be experience.
A
You
hundred
talk
percent.
your ass off, and, or excuse me, you talked your behind off, and you sold yourself on that interview. You got the job.
so here's the funny thing about um this situation. Now it's funny because me and Franklin
Right.
had this conversation before. So we the beautiful thing about me and Franklin's friendship is we don't always agree on everything.
Mhm.
Yep.
So he I basically agreed to it at an extent because me personally, I don't have the time to date multiple people. I did when I was younger, right?
Mhm.
But as I've gotten older, I've kind of became more careful with my time. Now, I may be a little bit more as far as picky and choosy who I deal with and who like I actually conversate with and entertain before I even get to the dating point. But now, once I get to that point, I would say, yeah, there's, a few people that I would talk to, but once I make the decision to date that individual person, I'm not dating multiple people. And I'll tell you why. I became cheap as hell. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm not I'm not going out every weekend and spending $100 on multiple people. I'm not doing it. Even though I got the
True.
money, I'm not doing it. And that's not to say like people aren't worth it or I'm just being frugal. I just don't see the value in it because if you're in the sense of being a traditional man, I'm going to pay for the date, right? So I need to know who's going to actually be worth my time, who's going to be valuable enough, and who's going to appreciate it. So I'm setting up my conversations and I'm building the value before I even get to the dating stage. So
Yeah,
we
you
don't
think
have.
like a mature man. It's okay. I I agree with your stance. I won't even front on it. Um,
My
but
psychological thing here. This is my psychological thing here. When again, I'm older than both of you. Now I'm not saying I've been around the block, but I've been out. I've been
some
in
of us
these
just
streets.
been around the world, and yeah, yeah.
I, I've been in these streets.
Yeah.
So when
That's
you're
real
dating,
solid.
we're always chasing after something. When you have sex, think about this. Now, again, this is my philosophy. When you have sex, you're always chasing after that first orgasm you had. When you fall in love, you're always chasing after that first love that you had. The
Hmm.
problem is, in my opinion, when you date one person, you're giving that person way more credit than they deserve.